Well, hello everyone. I'm delighted this morning to be joined by our three young soloists who are joining the Waverley Singers in our performance of Mendelssohn's Elijah on the 22nd of March. And they are all studying at the Guildhall School of Music and Drama. And I should just say at the front that that is made possible by the generosity of the Josephine Baker Trust. I mean, not they're studying at the Guildhall School, but they're appearing in the concert with us. The Josephine Baker Trust was endowed by a former member of our choir, Joe Reeder, and it makes it possible for not just the Waverley Singers, but amateur choral societies like ours to have the very best of emerging talent coming and joining us for our concerts. So we're very pleased to have you all, and I'm going to ask you all to just introduce yourselves in turn, and I'll start with the top voice part. So, Mariana Fernandes, soprano, over to you.
Hi, thank you for having us. It's very nice to be speaking with you today. I am a soprano, as you said. I'm from Portugal, and I've been studying at the Guildhall since I was 18. So I did all of my studies here, and now it's come to an end. Yes.
Well, we'll hear more about what happens after the end in a minute, but let's go next then to Julia, who is sitting alongside you. Julia Merino, over to you.
Hi. Yes, right. Sorry. Well, I'm Julia Merino. I'm from Spain, and I'm not an alto. I'm a mezzo. And well, I have been at this school for 5 years. To sum up, I have like a story. Basically, I have been trained as a GP, so I have been working as a GP in Spain, but I decided to give up all the medical stuff, and I did try to get into the UK conservatoires, and here we are after 5 years. And yeah, that's my story.
Well, it's great, and it's great to see the two of you together. You're obviously good buddies, so we look forward to a good partnership in the concert. And
Iberian Peninsula
Yes.
here.
say again.
The Iberian Peninsula.
Oh, the Iberian Peninsula. Yes, 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 indeed. Of course, of course. Well, Harun, last but not least, our tenor soloist, Harun Tekin.
Hello, yes, I'm Harun. Thank you for having us. I'm really looking forward to doing this. I am from Lincolnshire, um, born and bred, though I have a Turkish dad. Uh, and uh, and uh, and yeah, I'm in my fourth year, finishing up my undergrad at the Guildhall. And I think you want to ask us about the future later down the line, so we'll come to that.
Great, thank you very much. Well, yeah, well, first question to all of you is, have any of you sung in Elijah before?
No.
No, no. Oh,
No?
we are all naive.
Wow. Well,
Good luck,
well,
Waverley
that's good.
Singers.
Well, in which case, well, in which case, next question. Of course, you're singing alongside Andrew Rupp, whom I interviewed a couple of weeks ago, is a very experienced professional singer and has sung both in the chorus and in the sort of solo role as before. So you'll be in good company there. It's always nice to have a mixture of, young voices and people who have been doing it for some time. So it's really exciting for us. But let me start, Mariana, with you. What are the main sort of things to look forward to about singing the role, and what are the kind of anticipated major challenges of it?
Well, although I haven't done the soprano solo ever in my life, I did sing a little bit of Elijah when I was about like 10, 11 years old, the Angel Trio,
Sweet.
but in German.
Oh,
I've never sang Elijah in English. So that will be a fun little challenge for Saturday. Um, I think I mean, obviously, the most known, well-known aria of this piece for the soprano is "Hear Ye, Israel," and I think the challenge with that is getting all the nuances between the different sections, and also the recits and changing between narrating and uh, being the person who is talking directly to the audience. But as a whole, the piece has a lot of challenges with that particular thing of changing between between characters and also points of view. Because I both do an angel in this iteration of it. I'll be singing the youth as well, and the widow and the Israeli woman, and also in the quartets, all those different points of view and perspectives about the original text and the original work come into play, and that's really been the biggest challenge.
Well, that's interesting, and of course, it's a challenge for the choir as well because we have to change identities a lot. Sometimes we are kind of baying for Elijah's blood, and sometimes we are, sort of in more reflective mode as sort of the human race, kind of, seeing what is happening and trying to convey a more sort of ethereal message. So it is an incredibly dramatic piece, isn't it? With lots of sort of shifts of mood and personality as you go through it. So it's interesting, of course, because you're at the Guildhall School of Music and Drama, and this is a very dramatic piece.
Yes.
So Julia, what about you? Because you're the Wicked Queen, aren't you, as well?
Yeah, I am indeed. Yeah, I think like mainly as Mariana said beautifully, like all the changes about who I am th through the whole piece. It's like the main challenge. Um, Musically talking, I think it's beautiful. I mean, I have listened to it, but never sang it. And I think, yeah, for me, it's the first time I'm singing oratorio in English. But I have been singing English a lot.
Yes, we just did an opera by
Mansfield
Jonathan
Park.
Dove,
So
all in very British English.
yes,
So
so now I can be an English coach already. Anyway, but yeah, I'm really excited, and the music, because all the oratorio I have been singing, it was from previous period, so more Bach, Pergolesi. So I'm really excited to feel how Mendelssohn took so much from the previous ones, but there is something new and special, which it's really, really exciting. And yeah, the music's lovely. Vocally, I feel it's so comfortable. I didn't know any of the arias, but I know the O Rest in the Lord is the most famous for um altos and mezzos. And but honestly, I didn't know that until I started like getting into the piece deeper. And yeah, really excited. I'm really looking for it. It's going to be great. Yeah.
Well, one thing, if you haven't sang it before, and I'm sure you know this, I'm sure you've been, helped coached in this, but certainly Richard Pierce, our conductor, always says to us, you need a lot of stamina to get through this. And Andy Rupp was saying the same, and in fact, he told the story of singing in the chorus with or asking for advice from a very eminent baritone who'd sung the solo part, and the advice was don't sing too loud in the rehearsal, because by the time you get to the end of the performance, you have done an awful lot of singing. So
Yeah.
I think that's probably advice that we all need to take to
Yeah.
heart. Harun, how about you? What's your take on it all?
Yeah, so having not ever done Elijah before and only having seen it once, it was one hell of an experience to just be sort of confronted with for the first time with that sort of dramaticism of it all. And especially as Julia said, when a lot of our experience of oratorio is doing older stuff and Bach, that this sort of like almost cinematic quality to everything. I mean, the sort of world-ending stuff going on, with the famine and stuff. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, yeah, and it's really sort of edge of your seat stuff. And the challenge, I think, especially with the main tenor character, and forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, Obadiah, right? Um, uh, is that you can play it. Yeah, okay, this is maybe like a very sermony type character, as you get in a lot of the sort of narrator type roles in oratorio, but I feel musically the character's so fleshed out, and there is musical cues to it, and I think being a part of Ahab's court probably affects him and weighs him down, and I feel like you can hear that in a few different ways in the piece, and just sitting and marinating with that character is really cool because it's so 3D. Yeah, I can't wait to get going.
Gosh, well, we're looking forward to it, and it's actually it's quite a demanding part, the tenor part too, isn't it? I mean, you really have to sort of stretch yourself a bit, which I assume, by the way, I should have said this before, is why you, in case people are watching this are wondering why you obviously booked into the gym for this conversation.
Yeah, no, full body experience. Yeah, no,
I think
this is
how
my
did you do,
Elijah.
Aaron, how did you do it? I think you cannot book the gym. You
Oh,
can.
I asked the music office. Yeah,
Yes, because I did
yeah,
once. I was like, you are not allowed, and I was like, what?
yeah.
Tenors, they get
Well,
like
Tenors,
I'm special like that. Tenors. We get
like you are a
special
tenor,
treatment.
yes, whatever you want.
Tenors certainly do get special treatment. I mean,
Yes,
everybody needs
Yeah, I've actually
tenors.
got the Barbican Hall next.
oh, for the meeting, the Barbican Hall.
Well, okay, let's move on to that then. We've talked a lot about the 22nd of March and what we're all going to be doing then. But what's happening immediately after that? Harun, why don't you go first as you've mentioned it? What comes next for you after this?
Okay, so I am going to be starting opera rehearsals for at the end of the month for a Saint-Saëns opera called uh, Le Timbre d'Argent, which is the Silver Bell, which is a very obscure opera and has never been done in the UK before, um, despite it being absolutely gorgeous, absolute hidden gem. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's with New Sussex Opera. And then there's Buxton chorus coming up over the summer. And then I'll be starting the opera course. So I'll be following in these guys' steps. And
Welcome.
having the time of my life, and emulating my heroes.
So I've got three opera singers in front of me, basically.
yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, no, you don't have to apologize. I can assure you that's all okay as far as I'm concerned. What about you, Julia? What's coming next for you?
So I have a couple of concerts in Spain. I'm from South, but I have a couple of them in South, then one in Madrid. So I have like through the following months a couple of orchestral recitals and piano, which is very exciting. And I have this summer opera, which is going to be Dido and Aeneas. And I'm playing Dido and the Sorcerer. So both, because we are double cast. My other friend, the other soprano, when she's playing Dido, I'm doing Sorcerer. And so, yeah, very exciting and really, really looking for it as well.
And what happens after the summer?
Well, my plan is coming back home. After 5 years, I will come back to Spain, and yeah, I will start my professional career from that, which means I'm happy to travel and to go whatever works call for me. But yeah, it's time to come back to mother country.
And Mariana, how about you? I think you've got something exciting lined up for the summer, haven't you?
Yes, I do. I'm starting actually next week before we do this concert on the 22nd with rehearsals for Glyndebourne Chorus. We're doing 4 out of the 6 productions this summer, so I'll be quite busy with Parsifal by Wagner, Sol by Handel, Katja Kabanova by Janacek, and Falstaff by Verdi. So wide range of music styles, language,
Nice.
everything. And also I will be one of the Jerwood Young Artists this year with Glyndebourne, so that will also keep me quite busy all until the end of summer.
Well, I have to say it sounds fantastic. All three of you have got really exciting prospects, and you know, for an old baritone like me, it's just absolutely brilliant to see such talent coming through, and the sort of singing pipeline is in such good shape. So I'm really grateful to you for sharing all this today, and really looking forward to seeing you in a very short time on the 22nd of March. I'm sure we'll have a great concert, and I'm sure you'll go on to do lots of wonderful things afterwards. So thank you all very much indeed for joining me.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you
It was
for
a
having
great
us.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Yeah, can't wait.